Hey Taurus, welcome to Intention 1111. I'm here to do your July read. I wanted to say thank you to everybody who subscribed, who liked, shares, comments. I sure appreciate you guys. New subscribers, welcome. And those of you who've been with me since day one, I really appreciate you guys. If you would like to book a personal read with me, you can reach me at whereyourintentions at intentions1111.com. We have a new moon in Cancer on the 17th. It's going to be all about house cleaning in the self. So if you're feeling some emotions, you're purging some stuff out, that's probably could be part of the reason why. There's other things going on planetarily, but I'm not really a professional astrologer. So let's see what we have for Taurus for July. I know you're getting these on the 9th of the month, but remember, reads are timeless. They could apply 6 months from now or 2 years from now. So keep that in mind. Universe, show me Taurus. Okay, that card wants to stay on top. I accept that good things come easily. I'm a super attractor. Okay. Reminiscent of the star card, healing. Your path is protected. Focusing on the positive. So I accept that good things come easily. So yes, that's about thinking about being in the place already, right? If you're encountering a lot of obstacles, maybe it might be time to try and reroute or think about how you can eliminate the blocks that you're encountering. I don't have to fear my fear. I can use it as a way to get closer to love. What you put out, you get back. If you're living in fear because you're not focusing on the good things, then that's what you're going to attract, right? When I surrender my will to the care of spirit and the universe, I attune my energy with an ever-present stream of well-being. So, I'm not sure about surrendering the will part, right? I mean, I would rephrase that as when I surrender my ego, right? When I surrender my ego, when I surrender my expectations of what I thought it was supposed to look like and be open to what it is, that might be a better way to go about that. All of this is about expectation, right? So when I'm surrendering my ego, because my ego is telling me things should look a certain way, that's the expectation. So when I surrender my ego and my expectation to the care of spirit, okay, to the universe, right, which is you, essentially, I tune my energy with an ever-present stream of well-being. So something is not happening to me, it is happening for me, is a way to redirect those thoughts. Let's see what we've got for Taurus for the month of July. Balance. So if you are, for some reason, I keep thinking about a house here for somebody, a house or a living situation or trying to get something off the ground, right? To be a business or moving or whatever, a house, closing on a house or rent, lease, or whatever. When you're in that and you are, you're in it and you're trying to prepare for everything that may come up or will come up, that's where your focus lies, right? But it's asking you to balance, okay? You've got a lot going on. Somebody has a lot going on here. So you have to balance. You're going to have to balance the chaos in the situation, which means, what it normally means. Taking breaks, it means, focusing on the positive, being in the moment, taking time to practice being present in the moment, not thinking about, I've got 40 boxes to pack, I got, whatever. So there's something here about balance right now for you, Taurus. Also, some of you are making a decision to let go of something. You're holding on to something and having to make the decision to let go of that. Someone here is pushing a decision also. Someone here is also pressuring for a decision, or pressuring for progress, or pressuring for movement in a situation. So a lot of times when you encounter someone who pressures you to make decisions, instead of allowing you to, in a positive way, not like, well, I mean, can you take the trash out, or, you know, stuff like that. But if they're pressuring to make a decision on their side of things, okay, that's a person who knows that they're benefiting from that. So the question to be asked at this point is, am I benefiting? How am I going to benefit from making this decision? And what decision should I make in order to benefit myself? Seems selfish, but that's because we're geared to think of ourselves last, right? So for some of you, this is about someone asking for another chance. The conversation is geared toward, oh, I've changed. You know, I've got it together. I've been holding on to you. Decide. But understand, you have the Page of Swords asking you to make this decision. And the Page of Swords, although they've graduated to the Magician, okay, and they think they've got things under control, they're still approaching it with ego and the mentality of pressure in order to make decision. And pressure to make a decision, somebody hammering you about it, is somebody who benefits and somebody who just wants their way. So whatever category that fits in for you guys, when you feel pressure to make decisions, or you're feeling pressure, period, from a situation, at that point, it's time to take a step back, okay, and give it a rest for a minute, and let things come to your mind, right? Just get still, let things come in. Take this person out of it for a few minutes. Think about what's best for you. Is this the best thing for me? Right? Does this benefit my life, or does it create a liability? And if it creates a little bit of a liability, then, you know, maybe you ought to reassess that. This person here, though, I want to say, is not incurring any of the cost. Okay? This person pressuring you to make a decision about something is not incurring any of the liability or any of the cost. They are incurring only benefit from you making a decision that's in their favor. They are holding their money, their effort, their whatever back, and you are the only one incurring the cost. So remember, if it's benefiting them and you're incurring the cost, then is it really that great a deal? You know, is it really something you need to slow down about and sort of reassess why you're doing it? Are you doing it because you want to do it? Or are you doing it based on future faking, right? Are you doing it based on, well, if I don't do this, then it's going to hinder this relationship and our happy future that I've envisioned in my mind as part of my expectation, instead of looking at it as it is in the moment. If you're going all out and you're putting yourself out and it's incurring a liability for you to benefit someone else, then take a break, stop the train, right? And think about, what is this person contributing? Is this an equal exchange? Right? Are they putting into this just as much as I am? Or am I the one putting everything into it? And I think maybe that helps you make your decision to create a little bit of balance. In other words, person, if you want me to make this decision quicker, then what are you going to do to contribute to helping me do that? What are you going to contribute to the situation to provide an equal exchange in order for me to make a decision that benefits you, right? Some of you out here, you know, we talked about the Cancer full moon. And for some of you, this is a confidence situation, right? Creating balance here instead of running crazy trying to get to a goal that's really just an expectation that doesn't really exist. You need to take a stop, take a pause, and clear the confusion out of your mind. You've got everything you need to be able to, in order to do this. But what you need to see here is something from the other person. What are they putting in? This person sees you as somebody who can accomplish great things. They see you as somebody with the goods, right? Who brings it, who takes care of it, and they look at you at almost in a caretaker position, you know, as a mother would be to a child, in other words. They're relying on your strength and your ability to pull things together in order to move, right? In order to benefit them. So just keep that in mind. So let's see, center of your read, you have the Magician. You can choose to create whatever reality you want, right? You do not have to run yourself ragged to make this decision that this person wants you to. And for some reason, I keep getting a really strong feeling about this involving a move, or involving buying a home, or involve buying something, taking on a big obligation, responsibility. And you are the one, Taurus, incurring most of the cost. So take a pause and think about your balance in this situation, because if you don't, you are going to be bleeding money out, bleeding abundance out, instead of attracting abundance to you. Also, for some of you, if this is a partner or a lover or somebody who's asking you to make a big financial decision here, you need to pause and think about it, because this may not be the decision that you need to make. You have the Six of Coins in reverse. So you don't have abundance coming in, you have it going away. Hold on to your money. Let this person bring something to the table. Let this person bring something of their own here to show you their level of responsibility, okay? Their level of the exchange, right? Even exchange, you know? In other words, even exchange. I may not be able to afford to buy the materials for this project. However, I can complete the project. I can build the staircase, okay? But I can't afford to purchase the materials for the staircase. So the even exchange would be person A purchases the materials for the staircase. Person B creates the staircase. Maybe person A cannot build a staircase. So even exchange, right? You're both contributing something to it. But uneven exchange in this situation is they want you to front the money for everything, and they want you to make it come together. And the only thing they're willing to do is say, I want this, I want this, I want this. So somebody's very heavily embedded on the material benefit that you bring to situation. If this is business and you have a partner here, you're contributing way more than your partner is. And if you're doing it by yourself, you might as well be by yourself. You might as well be your own boss. You might as well run your own company. You might as well, okay? This partner here is only serving to fill a space because someone here does not necessarily have the confidence within themselves that they are able to do this on a solo basis. They either need some validation from this person or some sort of support. But they're certainly not getting financial support. They're not getting monetary support. For others of you, this is a lot of efforts going out that aren't being repaid. And it's only benefiting one of you here. So if you're finding that feelings are welling up about this and you're kind of like, you know, I'm incurring every part of the cost here, then, you know, it might be that moon energy coming in, or it might be time for you to clean house, in other words, within yourself. I've got everything it takes here. Center of the reed, the magician. I can create whatever I want. Why do I have this person here in my energy, in my universe, that expects me to put forth such a great effort, but gives me little in return? There's also making, for some of you, there's making decisions about a child. There is a loss for some of you of financial support for a child. There is someone coming back into your energy that may be connected to this child that wants to rekindle something because they're tired of being out the money every month to pay for this child. That's a small group of you, I'm sure. What I want you to know about that last scenario is that's going to be revealed. This person's true motives, I mean, I guess that could be for all of you. This person's true motives are about to be revealed, okay? And you're going to see what you need to see, and I think it's going to be in a moment of frustration. So let's say, for example, you're rolling up to Home Depot to buy this lumber, knowing that you paid for it, you're going to have to put it together, and this person's over here doing some other kind of crap, and on the way to Home Depot, you have a flat tire, okay? You call this person, hey, can you come help me out? You know, I have a flat tire, I need some help. Oh, I can't. I can't reach you at this. I can't, blah, blah, blah. They have whatever excuse. And I think at that moment of frustration, you're like, why am I doing this? I am doing everything. You know, and this person can't even help me with my tire. So whatever scenario, example you want to plug in there. But in a moment of frustration, I think you're going to realize, and it's going to kind of be revealed to you, their true motives in the situation. Major arcana in this spread is temperance. Temperance, magician, empress. Where are you bleeding out abundance? Where are you bleeding out your resources? And where are they going? To what? So again, what is the motive behind it? So it's a little bit of soul searching here about, you know, putting the brakes on something, allowing someone's true motives to be revealed and why they pressure you in order to do something, unequal exchanges between two people, partnerships, whatever. And the decision that you need to make here in the very top line of this read is to hold back, right? Make a decision to hold back in order to create balance. And the reason for doing that is so this person can show you their willingness to create an equal exchange, right? So let's see what the rest of July looks like for Taurus. Strength, courage to stand up and say, hey, you know what? I'm not really seeing your dedication in this situation. Or, you know, the courage even to say for yourself, this is too much. I'm doing too much of things, right? I'm doing too much. And maybe, for some of you, you're not seeing it that way. You're used to taking care of it. You're used to being in control of it. You're used to making it come all together, right? And so you're not thinking about how you're spreading yourself thin doing it. So for others of you, it may be taking your control or your willingness back just a little bit for this person to show you equal exchange, right? And for some of you, maybe this person isn't the bad guy, right? Maybe they are subdued, okay, and need to be able to show their equal exchange in situation for some of you out there. Be courageous in saying no to someone. Standing in your power and your courage and saying, no, you know what? My hands are tied. This is way too much. I can't do all of this. And I'm just monetarily, I'm kind of backing myself up into a trap, into a corner. And what if something happens? I'm incurring all of the risk. You're benefiting from every bit of it, and I'm incurring all the risk. And I don't think that I can do that. Again, love of self. Running oneself thin in order to please or in order to bring about a future expectation that doesn't exist is a little bit of self-abuse, right? You're willing to spread yourself thin for somebody, great. But are they willing to help create a situation in which they are lifting you up in time of need? And if what they're showing you is that you're going to be incurring every bit of the process, every bit of the financial risk, every bit of the effort, then their character's sort of speaking for itself, and they're not really showing you that they're willing to hold it down for you, right? Okay, so let's see kind of what you don't expect coming, Taurus, for the rest of the month. You're going to come out on top, Taurus, because you're going to lay a burden down. For some of you, you're going to make a decision to lay a burden down. Others of you here have to judge the situation against what your emotions are telling you versus what your logic is telling you. You're incurring all of the burden for someone else to have it a little bit easy. And to them, they're in love with the idea of love, so to speak. They're in love with the idea of getting it. What are they going to do when they got it, right? It's kind of like that little kid who bugs the hell out of you at the toy store to buy him this toy, and you shouldn't buy him the toy, and it's going to cost you a lot of money, but you do anyway, right? And then when they get it home, they play with it for 5 minutes and they're done, right? That toy might have been kind of expensive, right? So it's using your judgment, using your intuition, knowing what are they going to do with it when they have it, because they're not really showing you a lot right now. So that's what it's saying. What you don't expect is that you probably are going to stop this situation in its tracks. You're going to come on top and you're going to lay these burdens down. You're getting bogged down with this situation, however it flows for you out there. So call it out. It's time to call it. So let's get some advice cards on it and see where we land on that. Sometimes you have to say no. I think once you say no, once you realize, their true ideas being revealed, true motives being revealed, it'll be a very easy decision for you. Drunk with love. Let love lift you to freedom. Love for yourself. Love for your life. Love for... I love myself enough that I'm not going to put myself in a situation and incur all these risks and burdens to make somebody else happy, right? What they can't do for themselves, they certainly can't do for you. Silencing the mind. Let silence guide you to your inner peace, okay? If you got something pinging off and you're like, I don't know, listen. Move forward. Experience the space of who you really are. Concealed power. Give birth to the wonder of revelation. So revelation's coming your way, whether you like it or don't, about what this true person's motives are. Once they get it, what are they going to do with it? So Taurus, that's what I've got for you guys, and I'll see you second half.